Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing my summer favorites. So I'm going to share all of the favorites that I've had in the months of June, July, and August, which I realize isn't technically the exact days and months of the summer, but in my mind, June, July, and August are summertime. So I'm gonna kind of share with you, I always do this by category. And so like I start with food and drink and I work my way through different categories. And then at the very end, I'll do kids stuff. So if you're not interested, you can just click out of this video. I have quite a lot because 3 months is a lot of different favorites to share with you. So I'm going to try to keep this relatively fast paced as much as I can without, having my mouth running a mile a minute. So let's just jump into the first category, which is food and drink. I will link everything that I talk about below so that if you want to go and check it out, it's very easily accessible for you. So let's start with food and drink. We order our groceries from Walmart primarily, and we have done that for years now. And Walmart just came out with a new in-store brand that's called Better Goods. Nothing in this video is sponsored, but we have been obsessed with this Better Goods brand. We have gotten so many different items from that brand this summer, and we have loved all of them. But I'm just going to share our 2 favorites with you. So this one is the Greek yogurt pineapple upside down cake. It is so delicious. It is so delicious. We have gone through, I can't even explain how many like cartons or tubs of this we have gone through as a family. Everyone loves it. If you are a Disney person, it tastes super similar to a Dole Whip. I just love it. It's also whole milk yogurt, which I really like giving my kids full fat dairy whenever possible because it's just so good for them. And so whole milk yogurt, like amazing, but it's so good. It's so good. I love having it as an after dinner treat. Just a little bit of it with a little bit of granola on top. It is divine. I absolutely love it. So if you also shop at Walmart, I will link it below on Walmart. You can just add it to your next grocery order. Highly recommend. Or if you just go in store, make sure to pick up a little bit of this because it's so good. Also Better Goods and also pineapple related, the next thing in my food and drink category are the Better Goods pineapple chunks, and they come in light syrup with coconut flavor. No, with coconut water. So it's just chunks of pineapple, as you can see. Now, this is a little bit more of a treat because it's a little bit more sweetened than like if you just cut a pineapple up. So again, we like to do this as a dessert, but it is so refreshing. It has a pina colada kind of flavor because there's the pineapple, but then it's in coconut water. And it's so refreshing. We live in Texas. August is my least favorite month of the year in Texas. It is so blazing hot. It's been well over 100 degrees every day for the past couple of weeks. After a pretty mild summer, I must say, it's been a very nice summer. And at nighttime, like if I just need a little something sweet, I kind of always need a little something sweet, after dinner, after I put the kids down, this has been a really great option for me. Just like a couple of pieces of this. It is so satisfying. My mouth is watering right now just talking about it. It's just refreshing and delicious. We have a Ninja Creamy and we have been talking we should buy this and put it in the Ninja Creamy and then spin it on sorbet. I bet that would be amazing. We haven't yet done it, so if you try that, let me know. But the Better Goods pineapple chunks in coconut water it is so good. It is so worth buying. Next up in food and drink are these packets of Emergency, specifically the Immune Plus Emergency. So here's what the box looks like. The backstory to finding and discovering these is that I got sick at the beginning of July, and I was sick for almost the entire month of July. I had this sinus thing, I had a cough, I was super congested, I was very run down and fatigued. Honestly, I felt really awful. It's like the worst, longest cold ever. I took multiple COVID tests and things like that. Everything was negative. I'm still not convinced that it wasn't that, but it was negative. The tests were negative when I took them. But it was like 3 or 4 weeks of not feeling well. I wasn't able to work out. I was like, it was not good. July was not good on the health front for me. And my kids were a little bit sick and Riley was a little bit sick, but I was the sickest of all for like the whole month. And when I finally got back to the gym, one of the other trainers who works there and I were talking, and I was like, I just feel like I get sick more often now that my kids are in school, and whenever I travel, a couple of weeks after I get home, something shows up. And she said, I used to be the same way. She has 2 girls, both in school. She said, but I started taking the Emergency Immunity Plus. She said, you need to make sure you get the Immunity Plus. And she said, for 2 years, I've taken one every morning, and I have not had even the sniffles ever since I started taking them. And I was like, well, that is an endorsement. So I placed them in my Walmart order, and if you've ever taken Emergency, then you know it's a powdery little packet. It looks like this. And when you mix it with water, it becomes fizzy. And this is a raspberry flavor. I am very particular about flavors and textures and things like that. So I mix it up, and then I usually go get dressed and come back so it's fully dissolved. And it just tastes like a little bit of fizzy soda or something. It's really good. It doesn't taste bad at all. And I do one every single morning. I have been feeling so good. I feel like my energy has been up. I'm also been just getting better from sickness. But this I feel like has really helped me, and I have been religiously taking it every morning, and now I've gotten Riley taking it every morning too, because we both are like, we're heading into the fall and winter. The kids are back to school. We're just not trying to be sick constantly. If you know, you know. So I actually shared about these with my Instagram subscribers, which is my special private Instagram group. It's $4.99 a month. You can join anytime. And I share like day to day. Lately, I've been sharing a lot about mental health struggles because I've been really struggling lately, sadly. But I'm doing great today, so we have that to be thankful for. But I just share little things every day. What I'm doing, wearing, eating, where we're going, just all of it. And I shared these and said, I'm going to start taking these because I was recommended to start taking them by someone who said that once she started taking them, she hasn't gotten sick. And I'm going to read you a message from a sweet subscriber who I've been online friends with for a long time. She responded to me posting about these, and she wrote, a faculty member I worked with at Cornell takes these daily. He studies cancer fighting cells and is the healthiest human I know. 200 out of 10 recommend these. And I wrote, wow, that is such an endorsement. So I think about her, and I think about her coworker every single day when I take these, and I feel like I'm doing something great for my body. So as we head into cold and flu season, if you are also trying to avoid, you might just want to give these a try. I know a lot of teachers who swear by these because they're around a lot of people every single day. So Emergency Immune Plus packets have definitely been a favorite this summer. I feel like they helped me get over that summer sickness that I had. Sorry, I feel like I have an eyelash or something. It's itching me. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna go pop these in the fridge before I move on. Okay, the next category is makeup and beauty, and the first thing I'm going to share is this skincare and makeup fan that I got off of Amazon. I think it was $6 or so, $6.49, something like that. It's just a little handheld fan. I love it because it is rechargeable with a USB-C cord, so you don't have to worry about batteries. And it has 3 speeds. There's like a low speed, medium, and high, which actually feels so good because it's a hot day today. And the battery lasts forever. I've had this for at least a month, and I use it every single day, 2 times a day or more, and it has never run out yet. I haven't even recharged it once. The reason why I got this primarily was because after I do my makeup, I spray my face with a setting spray, and I found that if I make sure that setting spray is completely dry, that my makeup lasts really, really well, much better than if I just kind of like fan. So I oftentimes will pull out my blow dryer and put it on the cool setting and like blast my face with the cool setting of the blow dryer to set that setting spray and set my makeup, which was kind of a hassle of like pulling out the blow dryer and all this kind of stuff. And so I thought, oh my gosh, what if I just got a fan? Well, now I love it because if I do like toner after I do skincare, I will put, just help the toner kind of dry down a little bit before I put the next layer on or whatever. I use it constantly. I knew I would use it for the setting spray, but I end up reaching for it all the time. It's such a good little gadget. This would also be a great stocking stuffer. I know it's August, but you could give this to someone with a bottle of setting spray. I feel like that would be a very well received gift, and then they could like use it that way. So love it. So simple, so cute. Comes in little pink color, and then there's a couple other colors too, but I chose the pink. Next thing in makeup and beauty is another Billie body wash. I have been obsessed with these body washes. I've tried the orange one, I have tried the lavender one, and now this one is the green one, which is green tea detox. They all smell amazing. They have very luxury scents. They're like layered. It doesn't just smell like a blast of citrus or something. It has like layers. They smell to me, all of them, like a high-end spa. Like they have that luxury scent, and they're like between $5 and $7. I get them at Walmart. I've really liked this one for the summer. So this one is the Detox Purifying Body Wash with green tea, juicy green botanical scent. And I really like this one. This one and the orange are my two favorites. I think after I run out of this one, which I'm like to hear, I'll probably get the orange one again because I loved the orange one. The lavender one I liked because that's great for nighttime. It was like a very calming scent, but the green and the orange are my favorites overall as far as the scents are concerned. But if you're looking for a new body wash, also I have dry skin and this does not dry out my skin at all. At all. In fact, I feel like it's very moisturizing. My skin's felt really good ever since I've started using it, but this scent is such a good luxury experience in the shower. I just really, really love it. Next up in makeup and beauty is a bit of a funny one because this product is called Just for Men, but I have been using it on my eyebrows. So what it is it's supposed to be a mustache and beard tint or dye. And so it's for men who like have patchy or it's gray or whatever and they want, I don't know, something like that. So the color that I got is the M35 medium brown color. And it comes with enough for me to do my eyebrows about 50 times. And I think this box was $11, whereas when I go to the salon to get my eyebrows tinted, it is way more than that for just one time. So here's what it looks like. You get this little tray, this little plastic tray, which is where you mix the product in, and then you get these two products. So the color base and then the color developer. See that? And so you do, if you were to do a whole beard, you would need to use a lot. But when you're just doing your eyebrows, I truly do a pea-sized amount of one, a pea-sized amount of the other, and I take a Q-tip and I mix it up, and then I take another Q-tip so it's not like globby on the Q-tip and just put a little bit on, and I literally just dab, dab, and then I just go do one thing for, it takes 5 minutes, I think, to develop. And so I go and like brush my teeth, and then I just take a washcloth and I wipe off the excess. And it is so nice to have, because my eyebrows are very, very, very light. And I feel like eyebrows make such a difference. When your eyebrows are defined, it really like gives your face just so much more definition. I've been big about eyebrows for a very long time, and I really like not having to fill them in and color them every day because I have such light hair on my eyebrows. So this has been like so nice, and it's just so inexpensive and truly so easy, like so easy. Anybody could do it. You do a pea-sized amount of both, you dab it on. If you're worried your first time, don't let it develop for the full amount of time. Maybe let it develop for 2.5 minutes or something, wipe it off, or take a shower and kind of just wash out the excess, and it's amazing the difference. And I mean, I truly think this box is gonna last me until it's expired, I guarantee it, because you just need such a little amount. You really can't beat it for the price. It's so inexpensive for what you're getting, especially if you typically get your eyebrows tinted and you're used to paying such a higher price point. Next up in home decor and products is this, it's kind of weird. It is a drinking water test kit. So I kept hearing all of these things on Instagram specifically about how toxic tap water is and how even if you have filtered it, it's still not safe. And it was really stressing me out. Like I kept thinking about it every time I was getting water. And like, don't even get me started about certain people on Instagram who just fearmonger to the public, and like you have to get all the most expensive specialty things in order for you to have like safe food. It's very problematic to me, and I could go on a whole soapbox about that. But I had seen it from enough different types of places that I was actually starting to get concerned. And I thought, why don't I just test my water once and for all and just like see. So it comes in this little box. I got it off of Amazon, and then it comes with a whole bunch of test strips and then all kinds of information and a dropper tool and things like that. So basically, I mean, I think a lot of people have seen these, whether in like high school chemistry or if you've ever, you know, done anything with a pool, like we have this kind of stuff for a pool. So you get these test strips and you dip it into your water. So I did like a glass of tap water, a glass of water from the filter coming off of our fridge, and then just a bottle of water. I wanted to just like see 3 different samples. And then once this has developed the color, you compare it on here to all of the different pieces on here. So, you know, the chlorine, the iron, mercury, copper, lead, zinc, all of it, fluoride. And so you can see how much your water has based on how dark the color is, and you can kind of match it up. I was very relieved to find out that both our tap water and our water that we drink out of the fridge, the filtered water, were well within, like they were on the very lowest, lightest colors. They were very, very safe. The filtered water was slightly lighter in color, which means it had slightly less of some of these things in it, but both were very, very, very low, like well within the safe zones. And so I can drink my water freely and not be stressed about it. Isn't it ridiculous, the things that we have to be worried about these days because of the internet? And like people will say, well, just don't worry about it. But I can't stop thinking about it. If I hear 25 people tell me my drinking water is toxic, now I'm suddenly worried my drinking water is toxic. So if you've wondered, you can just get yourself this little kit and you can test all the water that you want. But it was interesting. I mean, it was interesting to like see, and it definitely gave me a peace of mind of knowing my water is fine. Everything's safe. We can continue drinking it. Comment below if you're the same way. If you write something off and then you keep seeing it and you start worrying about it, because that's the story of my life. The next item in this category of home decor and products I can't hold, so I will show you some footage, and it is these self-feeding dog water and food bowls. So because of the breed of our dog and his kind of temperament and whatever, he does not need to be fed at specific times of day because he will not overeat. So he's been free fed since he was a tiny puppy, which just means that he has food and water available to him at all times, much like I think a lot of cats are like that. I've never owned a cat, so I don't know. But we don't have to like feed Charlie, whereas like my sister has a lab, and Finley is so cute. Her lab will wake up in the morning at her like breakfast time, and she will pick up her food bowl, and she will carry it and like put it in front of Allie's bed until Allie feeds her and like fills it up. Charlie would never do that. He's like much less food motivated, and he's a Maltese poodle mix, so just not a very different than a lab. And so I was feeding and topping off Charlie's food and water every day. But the primary reason why I wanted to move this way to these self-refilling containers was for the water, just because it's been so hot. But then when I saw that you could get both of them for like $20 from Amazon, it's like the Amazon Basics brand, which I've always had a really good experience with. I just went ahead and ordered both of them, and it has been such a game changer. It's just truly one less thing on my mental to-do list every day. And what I do is about once a week, I dump everything out and I scrub them down and then I refill them, but only having to think about that once a week rather than every day making sure that my dog has water and he has food has been so nice. So highly recommend if you also have a pet that is free fed. I think that this would be a really good addition to your household. It's just, again, it's one less thing to have to worry about and think about. And I love knowing, especially that he has water available to him all the time, but of course that he has food as well. The last thing in my home decor and products category for this summer is this glass tumbler. This is a 20-ounce glass tumbler, and it is professionally printed with these cute daisies all over it. So I am selling these now on my shop, blairlambdesign.com. So I sourced the tumblers with the hand-drawn artwork from a woman-owned business in Charleston, South Carolina. And then I sourced the lid, which is so beautiful. It's like acacia wood. I was so picky about this. I like got this in one place, this in one place, this in one place. And this is from, I believe the company, it's another woman-owned business, and I believe it's out of Pennsylvania. And it is 20 ounces, so it's quite big, not 16 or 12, 20 ounces. and it is dishwasher safe. And I have currently 3 designs. Christmas and holiday designs are coming, which I'm so excited about. So I have this one, which is like daisies, and then I have 2 that are more Halloween fall themed. One has the outlines of these hand-drawn white pumpkins. It's really cute. And then one, which has been our bestseller, is like a colorful fall and Halloween motif. I can put pictures up here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Really, really cute, and they've been selling like hotcakes. So I actually have the pre-orders open for these for my next shipment, and that they will ship out in mid-September, but the pre-orders are going to close here in the next couple of days after this video goes up. So if you want to get your hands on one, these will sell out, so make sure that you do a pre-order. But so exciting, so exciting. This has been my favorite iced coffee glass in the morning. I've also been making matcha tea lattes in it, and I've had lemon water, and I just find excuses to use it. I put it in my dishwasher, top rack dishwasher safe. I put it in the dishwasher every single night because I use it every single morning. It's like it's just my favorite. I love it so much. And the straw is glass too, which I really, really like. So make sure to check that out if you are a tumbler person. I love drinkware. I have a little bit of an obsession with it, and this one is so good. So I will leave a link below, and you can check it out if you want. I've added so many new things to my shop lately, from tumblers to pillows to wall decor, kids stuff, just everything. It's really, really fun. Go check it out. Our next category is entertainment. So this is podcasts, music, TV shows, movies, books, anything that would fall in the entertainment category. So first up is an album by Gracie Abrams, and the album is called The Secret of Us. This is what the cover of the album looks like. I have loved this album. I have loved this album. I listen to it when I'm driving all the time. I just love it. I really love it. It's such good music. And so that's the first one in my entertainment category. I think everyone is so into like female singer-songwriters right now. Like everyone, they're just having such a moment, and she is definitely one of them, and I really enjoy her music. Next up is a book that you may have heard about if you are a reader, because it has been talked about a lot, and the book is called The Women by Kristen Hanna, and it is about the women who served in the Vietnam War, and it is fascinating. It is probably my favorite book I've read so far in 2024. I could not put that book down. It is a heavy read. It is not a beach read. It is not a light, fluffy book, but it is fascinating. It was such a page turner. I just was so invested in the characters, in the storyline, in every piece of it. It was just a transportive book. I really hope it gets made into either like a TV series or a movie. I think I saw some murmurings that it was. I feel like it could be, if it was done by the right director and produced really well, it could be just so incredible. It's such a good story. So if you love to read, I think you would probably really love that one. So good. And then the final thing I'm going to share is a TV show, and it is called Citizen Detective, and I have been watching it on Amazon Prime, but I had to do like a free trial for AMC Plus for 7 days in order to watch it, but I just have been like binging it while I've been packing orders up at my shop. And it is a docu-series. Each episode is a different case, and it is about different crimes that have occurred that have been solved by citizens. And so like the first one, a woman who's in her 30s passes away very unexpectedly, and the police rule it as one thing, and the family's like, absolutely not, that's not what happened. So the family does their own like covert investigation, and so they have all the family members being interviewed, and it's all real, all true stories. They have real evidence, photos, they have real like recordings, everything. It is so fascinating. I was listening to it yesterday when I was up at work packing orders, and I was like, would be packing, and then I would just turn and watch it. I have it on my iPad and just turn and watch, and I'm like, what is gonna happen? Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. So if you like true crime and like evidence and detective kind of stuff, I think you would really like it. It's called Citizen Detective. You may need to go ahead and get that free trial, that AMC Plus free trial for a week to watch it. But as far as I can tell, there's only one season and there's only like 8 episodes. So you could probably get that watched in a week, and then if you don't want that, membership or subscription, you could just cancel the AMC Plus free trial. It'd be worth getting the free trial just to see this one show because it's so fascinating. The first episode completely blew my mind. I was telling Riley all about it last night and he was like, wait, and then what? Wait, how'd they find that? And I'm like, I know, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, moving on to the clothing and accessories category. I would be remiss if I didn't just share about all of the new autumn apparel that has been launched on my website, blairlambdesign.com. So much fun new stuff. We have all kinds of t-shirts, we have all kinds of sweatshirts, we just have really packed out the shop with all kinds of new autumn apparel. And we've also done lots of restocks, so a lot of our best-selling tees and sweatshirts specifically have been restocked very recently, like as of this past week. So if there's something you've had your eye on that your size has not been in stock, go give it a check. And the code AUTUMN will give you 20% off, and then you get free shipping if you spend $75 or more. And that will end tomorrow night. When you're watching this video, it's a Sunday, maybe if you're watching it on the day that it goes live. Tomorrow, Monday night, that coupon code will be cut off. So this is the time to place your order. That's the only kind of clothing that's been on my mind for the past 3 months, has been getting this line going. I've been working on it since about late April, early May. And so finally having it out in the world alongside all the other home goods, the candles and everything else that I'm now offering feels so good. So it would mean the world to me if you would even just go browse my shop. It just really means a lot because I have poured my heart, my time, and my resources into this launch and into kind of updating my shop with all of these new options. So that is the only thing I'm sharing today in clothing and accessories. Also because this video is long and let's just keep it a little shorter. Next up is the Priceless category for this summer, and then after that I'll share some kids stuff. Priceless category for this summer is chock full of so many different things. My parents came to visit in June, which was super fun, and then my sister and her whole family came to visit in July, which was really fun. We went to 2 different country concerts. We had Riley's friends over for a pool party day. We've just had so much fun all summer long. We traveled in mid-July up to Maryland, to my hometown, for my cousin to get married, which was really special to be a part of all of that. And I don't know, there's just been like really special and fun family related activities going on all summer. We've been really, really busy. And now another priceless thing is that our kids are back to school, so we're getting back into the normalcy. In Texas, a lot of times the summer months that kids are off of school are May, June, and July, because May is a beautiful month here, June is super beautiful, and then it usually starts to heat up in July, and then August is miserable. Just honestly, it's so bad, it's so hot. And so they usually go back in early August because you're not really going to like a summer camp in August, or like kids aren't like, the kids were playing outside this morning and they came in and they looked like they had jumped in the pool. They were like soaking wet. I made them sit on the couch and had them drink water and then gave them popsicles to just like replenish because it's just so hot. So anyway, that's beside the point, but that's the school year. So our kids are already back and both of them are thriving. They love their schools. They're doing so well. Nora especially is just obsessed. She's really starting to like sound out words and like on the cusp of reading in the next probably year or so, and that is wild to me because she just, didn't I just have her? Now she's like about to be 5 and reading. It's completely crazy how quickly time goes, but it's been a really good summer overall with the Priceless, in the Priceless moments. Okay, moving on to kids stuff. So let's see, I have a couple of different kids things. Let's start with this book. So this book is so cute. If you read books to your kids before bed every night, which we always do, and we usually end up reading like 4, 5, 6, our kids love it, and it's a sweet time to connect with them and just snuggle and read. But this book has been such a winner. We have read this book every single day this entire summer. So the book is called 10 Minutes Till Bedtime, and who's the author? Peggy Rathman is the author. So it's basically like this little boy, he's getting ready for bed, and he has, I think he is supposed to like be an owner of like a handful of hamsters, like as his pets. But what happens is it's like 10 minutes till bedtime, and then all of these hamsters start coming into his house, and they're just doing all kinds of things as he gets ready for bed. So here's his little hamster cage, but they just keep coming and they all come in. My kids love this page because the illustration is really fun to look at, all the different. So they're coming in, and then he's overrun with hamsters. Oh my goodness, and he's supposed to be going to bed. And so the kid's like, oh my goodness, this is getting to be a lot. So he does his bath, there's all these hamsters, and then the dad says it's bedtime and he's like rushing to get dressed, but the hamsters are just everywhere. So my kids love this part. They always scream at bedtime. And then they all leave so he can go to sleep. The dad kisses him goodnight and they all go to sleep. It is so funny. I love looking at all the illustrations. It's really cute. Like there's all these little Easter eggy kind of things that you catch when you've read it multiple times. Like the hamsters have jerseys on, and like certain number jerseys are always doing the same things. Like one of them is always taking a picture, and then two, you know, the numbers 2 and 3 are always together, and the number 9 is always up high, and the number 8 is always stuck in something. And so it doesn't have a lot of words. It's really just like 10 minutes to bedtime, 9 minutes to bedtime, and so on and so forth. But we have the best time reading this book. It's usually the first book we read because it's very interactive. We talk about, oh, can we find this hamster on this page? And I don't know, we just love it. Our whole family just loves this book. We read it every single night, and it's a really good first book of the set to read in the evening, because while their energy is still kind of higher, they can start to wind down by like talking about the hamsters and whatever, and then they can just move into more passively listening to books as they start fading, if you know what I mean. So super, super adorable book. The illustrations are so much fun. I always am like catching new things, and Riley and I are so dorky. The other night he came out of here and he's like, did you notice that such and such always happens in the book? And I was like, oh my gosh, I know. And then this, and anyway, we're obsessed with this book right now. So if you would like to get it for yourself or for your children or grandchildren, I highly recommend it. I will link it below. Next up in the kids section is this Aveeno Kids Face and Body Wash. This stuff smells so, so good. So this is not the same as this is the Aveeno Baby, which I had used from time to time when my kids were babies, and it smells so good, and it reminds me of when they were itty bitty. But this one I feel like is like more... It works better on like getting dirt off because it's like specifically meant for kids and not for like itty babies that aren't getting like their fingernails like crusted with dirt every single day. Toddler parents know. It still has a really nice scent. It's not quite such a babyish scent, but it still has like a really soft, nice scent. And my kid's skin has always been really soft. Like we don't do lotion or anything like that. We just do this, and it's been great. So the Aveeno Kids specifically, the baby I also recommend if you have a baby, but the kids one we've been really impressed with. Okay, the last thing I'm going to share are these adorable LL Bean backpacks that I got for our kids. So this one is Nora's. It has a pocket for a water bottle on the side, straps. We got it embroidered with her name. I know some people are funny about getting it embroidered with names for different safety reasons and things. Our kids go to tiny, teeny schools that we walk them into and pick them up from. So we feel very safe with that. If you don't, you could do initials or nothing. But very, very cute. I had this exact same backpack all through elementary school in a plum purple. And so when I saw that they still offered them, I had to get one for both of them. And then this is Colin's for his little school. Colin. And so his is like dark green and lime green. I absolutely love these. So these have been major wins for the kids, and they really love them. And the actual backpack is lightweight, which I really like, so that they're really only carrying the weight of the contents. Some kids' backpacks have so many like buckles and stuff that just the backpack empty is heavy, but these are not heavy, which I really like. And they're so stinking cute. We get compliments on them all the time. People are like, oh my gosh, because they just have that classic look. And I think a lot of us remember these LL Bean backpacks growing up. At least where I grew up, like they were a really big thing. A lot of people had them, and the cool kids had the blue Hawaiian print one, and you know what I mean? So anyway, that is everything that I'm going to share today in my summer favorites video. I really appreciate you being here and spending some of your time here with me. I hope that you're having a really great summer and that your August is winding down and we can be looking forward to fall around the corner. I am so ready, y'all. I am so ready for chili on the stove and a fire in the fireplace and football on the TV and candles lit and sweatshirts and jeans and pumpkin patches, and like I'm ready. I am really so ready, and I don't know. I was excited to make this video because to me it's like, okay, we're moving It's still a million degrees outside, but we're kind of starting to mentally move out of summer and into fall. So anyway, thank you for being here. Make sure to comment below what your favorites have been this summer. Would love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, would love if you would check out my site, blairlambdesign.com. And again, that coupon code is just autumn, AUTUMN, and that will expire tomorrow night if you're watching this on the day that it goes live at midnight. So you have all day tomorrow and then the rest of the day today. Thanks again for being here. I will see you next week. Bye.